Have you ever wondered why some relationships feel like a constant chase, while others feel like a constant escape? Today, we're going to explore something that affects almost every connection you've ever had, even if you didn't realize it. Attachment styles. These are the emotional blueprints that silently guide how we connect, how we love, how we handle closeness, and how we react to the fear of losing it. And here's the thing. Most of us never choose our attachment style consciously. It's not like you wake up one day and say, "I'm going to be anxious in love," or "I'm going to avoid closeness." No. These patterns were written inside of you, long before you even understood what love meant. Let's start with anxious attachment. If you've ever felt like you needed constant reassurance, if your mind starts spinning the moment your partner takes too long to reply, if you can't relax until you know exactly where you stand, then you might have anxious attachment. It's not that you're too much, it's that somewhere in your past, love felt uncertain. Maybe it was inconsistent. Maybe the people you loved were sometimes present, and sometimes not. Maybe you had to work really hard to be noticed, and even harder to feel secure. So now, as an adult, that little version of you still lives inside, constantly scanning for signs of danger. Wondering, will they stay? Or will they leave? On the opposite end, we have avoidant attachment. These are the people who often need space, who feel suffocated when things get too close, and who may seem emotionally distant. They aren't heartless, they aren't cold. But at some point in their life, closeness felt unsafe. Maybe their emotions were dismissed. Maybe they learned that needing someone only led to disappointment. Maybe vulnerability wasn't welcomed, and so they built walls instead of bridges. And here's where it gets complicated. Anxious and avoidant people often find each other. And the result is a dance that feels both addictive and exhausting. The anxious one reaches out. The avoidant one pulls away. The more one chases, the more the other runs. And yet, they can't seem to let go. There's also secure attachment. This is when you can be close, without losing yourself. When you can love deeply, without fear controlling you. When you can give space, without feeling abandoned. It's the balance that anxious and avoidant styles are searching for, but rarely know how to find. And finally, there's disorganized attachment. This one is the most conflicted. It's wanting closeness, but fearing it at the same time. It's opening your heart, then pushing someone away before they can hurt you. It's love, tangled with fear. Now here's the question, where do these attachment styles come from? Almost always, they begin in childhood. Our first relationships, with parents, caregivers, or anyone who raised us, taught us how safe it was to connect. If your needs were met consistently, you learned that love is reliable. If they were met inconsistently, you learned that you had to fight for love. If they were ignored, you learned to stop asking altogether. And here's the most important part. Attachment styles aren't life sentences. They're not who you are. They're patterns. And patterns can change. Healing begins with awareness. If you recognize yourself in anxious attachment, start by practicing self-soothing. When your mind tells you, they're pulling away, you're not safe, pause. Breathe. Remind yourself, I am okay in this moment. I am enough even if someone steps away. If you recognize yourself in avoidant attachment, start by leaning into small moments of vulnerability. Share something personal, even if it feels uncomfortable. Remind yourself, closeness does not mean I will lose myself, and for everyone, therapy can be life-changing. Not just talking about the surface issues, but understanding the roots. Inner child work. Attachment-focused therapy. Learning how to reparent yourself, so you can give yourself the love you didn't always receive. Also, healthy relationships help heal unhealthy patterns. Being with someone secure can slowly show your nervous system that love can be safe, that you can breathe in connection. And remember, healing doesn't mean you'll never get triggered. It means you'll know how to respond instead of react. It means you'll stop chasing what hurts you and start choosing what nourishes you. So next time you feel the urge to chase, or the need to run, pause. Ask yourself, is this love, or is this my wound speaking? And with time, patience, and practice, you can rewrite your attachment story. Not for them. Not to get someone back. But for you. Because you deserve to feel safe in love. You deserve to trust. And you deserve to be free.